What do you do when you feel overwhelmed? Well, hey, I got 3 things you've got to stop doing right now. And when you stop doing those things, you're going to have some sanity. So let's get your sanity back. Hey, check it out. It's happened to you. It's probably happened to you right now. You're overwhelmed. You've got so much going on. You feel the weight of it weighing on you. You're starting to drop the ball in different places and you're not getting your things done and it's starting to come back at you. Or maybe you're this kind of person, and I know how this feels, you're laying in bed and you can't go to sleep. There's so many things on your mind, you can't even go to sleep. Okay, what do we do? How do you do something about this? Because you're starting to feel like something's wrong with you. I mean, really, like, sometimes when you hit overwhelmed, you think there's something wrong with you, something's broken, and you're starting to look at yourself like it's just not gonna be able to make it. Slow down. All you gotta do is recalibrate. That's all you gotta do is recalibrate. Now, consider this. You've made all the decisions you've made and you've committed to all things you committed to because you believed you could do it all. You really did. And yeah, you probably overcommitted on some things and got yourself into too many projects. But the thing is, you really believe that you could do it. So your mind is stretching and believing and really stepping out there, but the rest of your life hasn't caught up with that. So you're caught in this whole realm called overwhelmed. It's where your thoughts and your abilities are not quite side by side. You got the big thinking, but your abilities are not quite up to that level yet, and so you find yourself being overwhelmed. Well, let me talk to you about what's going on, and then what do you do to get yourself out of this overwhelmed stage? And so really, your abilities can catch up to the way you're thinking. So overwhelmed is very natural, very normal, but don't get stuck in it. That's the thing, is don't get stuck. Got to do something about it, and this is what you do. So first, let's discuss this here, that you can have a problem that literally is over your head and that you can't handle it and it's really smothering you or kind of sitting on top of you. But check this out. The same problem can be addressed by the same person, but the person actually has a bigger image or a bigger ability and they can actually be above their problems. So all you got to do is you can't change your problems. I mean, seriously, you can't get away from problems in your life and challenges and opportunities. They're always going to be there. But you can adjust how you are acting and responding to the things around you. So let me show you some things of what to start doing and definitely what to stop doing so that you're not in this place of being overwhelmed. So a couple things for you to start is, number one, for you to look at, it's time to build you. When you start to get overwhelmed is because literally the image you have of yourself is still small. Your thinking is big, but your imagery of how you're doing things is pretty small. And so to build you really comes from the place of how you talk to yourself. Self-talk is everything. Self-talk is what you can talk yourself into having better abilities, or you can talk yourself out of it. You could totally slam yourselves and really beat yourself up with self-talk, or you could use self-talk to really open yourself up to be a better team player, a better delegator, a better time manager, so you're not so overwhelmed. But talk yourself through this and up to the next level. So self-talk about your abilities. And so when things are not going right, don't cave in. Use self-talk to strengthen you, to build yourself in how you see yourself. Because self-talk is everything. Second is recovery. When you have a big day and you've had a tough day or a tough week, rarely do I meet somebody who actually has a recovery plan. Now, recovery means from a big tough day or a big tough week, what do? How are you going about the action steps of recovering from that? Meaning, what's your healing practices? Do you take a hot shower? Do you soak in the tub? Do you sit down and listen to music? Do you meditate? Do you unload your emotions and your thoughts? You know, what are some of the things that you can do to have a better recovery plan? And I just named a few. Let's just repeat them one more time. Is that, a hot shower, soak in the tub, sit outside in nature, sit down, listen to some calm music, use some meditation CDs. That will all help you so that you can sleep better that night. And definitely, if you're somebody who really goes for it with a lot of projects, you gotta be using a meditation CD at nighttime to help you recover from that so you can sleep deep. But your recovery plan, how do you heal after a big day? That needs to be put in place. Okay, the next thing is that creates overwhelmed is you're being indecisive about some of the projects or things you're doing. And so when you put decisions off, those moments of indecision literally weigh on your mind and they stack up. And as soon as they stack up, it gets to all that overwhelmed experience again. If you don't know the answer, come up with a practice answer. Come up with an answer that you may consider. But to leave things completely indecisive or undecided or not decided, I don't know how you say that part, but it's not being decided yet, it's going to take up brain space. Every challenge or obstacle or opportunity you have in your mind that you have not made a decision about, but you're holding it in your thoughts, is taking energy. It's taking up some real estate inside your mind. And so once you have enough of those, you're not going to have any brain space and you're going to really trip into that big overwhelmed feeling. So make a list of all the decisions you have to make. Keep a log of them. Don't just keep them in your brain. Put them on your phone, put them on your computer. Of all the different things that are going on that you still need to make decisions of, right next to it, give a practice answer. Not a final answer, but a practice answer. And because you gave it a practice answer, it actually gives your mind a little bit of space to go work on something else that you're thinking about. But if you leave too many open questions in your mind, it'll just suck the juice right out of you. You will definitely slide into being overwhelmed. So make some practice answers. Next one, you got to get better at playing with the team. Better at delegating, better at asking people to support you and help you. You might be in that place where you're just doing too much yourself. So to get into that better place of being in a team, that means asking people for help. I know, and I know what you're thinking, but they might do it wrong, or they're too slow, or I don't like how they're doing it. You got to get there. The skill has to happen. So if you don't know what to do in this place, go get a book. Go get a book about tribe or team or collaboration or delegation. Any of those topics, get a book and read a book about this, because if you don't have the skill, go get the skill. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I can't do this with the team. You're going to really mess yourself up if you don't learn how to work with a team. And the last one here is your ability to sleep deep is going to determine your success or not. I really believe that how a person sleeps is really what's affecting them in their success and what's happening. Because when you don't sleep deep, you don't process your day very well. And so when you don't process your day, you wake up with yesterday still totally infesting your mind. The reason why you go to sleep is to create space in your mind and be able to calm some thoughts down and sort some things out. So use meditation CDs and prepare your sleep space so it's more conducive to deeper sleep. That means black tape on all the little lights in your room. Cut down on the electronics in your room. Make it as noise-proof as possible. Go to bed earlier. Just give yourself 30 minutes sooner so that you can get some extra sleep. Because when you're low on sleep, you're going to be high on overwhelmness. Seriously, you get enough sleep, you can handle anything. Get enough sleep. Okay, so here's a couple of things to stop doing. Number one thing to stop doing in this whole overwhelmed place is you are being a fixer. You're trying to fix everybody's stuff. You take on everybody's projects and you're trying to fix people's lives and their situations and all these things. You're trying to fix way too much stuff. Instead, be a coach to people and teach them how to fix things. But when you try to be a fixer, you're gonna literally have like the main street living place on the street of overwhelmed. Really? Is that what you want? No! Stop being a fixer. Teach people how to fix things. Don't fix everything for everybody. Then a loner. So if you're not a fixer, you're a loner. And that means I don't ask people for help. I don't want to do this. I don't want to involve people. People drive me crazy. Boy, you're not gonna make it. You just can't make it. Trying to be a loner. The success in this life is not about can you do it all by yourself. It's about how do you work with people. And I talked to you about the team thing, right? Go get a book, start reading about how to be a team person, but stop being a loner. And then the last one, if you're overwhelmed, most likely you're a perfectionist. The reason why I know that is because everything that has been done is still bothering you. You can't even let go of it because you're still worried if it was done right, or if we could have tweaked it a little bit more, if you could have done something a little bit different. You're still totally consumed with the things that have been finished. And really what you ought to be is, it's just done. But your perfectionist is going to totally keep you involved with things from weeks and months ago, because it's still going to bother you. And so how do you get past perfectionism? Is you allow yourself to have steps and gauges along the way that you can have progress. Progress is more important than perfectionism. Because I know we could argue about this, but I'm just going to say this. Wouldn't you much rather have progress? Wouldn't you rather have progress than perfectionism? You can keep your perfectionism, but I'm going to pass you up every day with progress. Now, I'm a perfectionist, big time perfectionist, and I have to manage it. I have to totally manage it so it doesn't stop me, because this can stop you, and it can just heap on top of you all these other things. Just tell yourself, I love progress while I'm learning how to be better at being a perfectionist. But be in the mode of progress. Be in the mode of progress. Perfectionism will show up, but first, get progress. Be in the place of progress. Okay, stop doing this stuff, start doing those things, and come on, get yourself out of being overwhelmed. It's time. Seriously, it's time. Get to this place. It doesn't have to smash you or be over the top of your head. Okay, you know what to do. Go get her done. Okay, I want to know, what are you doing to get yourself up and out of that overwhelmed experience? Hey, share your comments below. Hey, let's keep a good thing going. Click subscribe, ring the bell, and let's keep this good thing happening. I'll send you another video tomorrow.